In this video, I'm going to show you guys the exact ceramic coating strategy that I used inside of my detailing business to surpass $30,000 per month and even collect $50,000 in revenue in one single month, guys, with one van and two guys. That's literally unheard of. You know, most detailers doing those numbers are in shops, but I did that with one van and two technicians. I would stay at home focusing on sales while my technicians would be out in the field focusing on high ticket ceramic coating jobs. So let's jump straight into this strategy, because I truly think if you guys go at home and you implement this right now, you guys will see major success inside your detailing business. Because I've also told many other detailers about this strategy and they've also seen tons of other success inside their detailing business. So not only have I done it and seen success with this strategy, other detailers have done it and seen success with this strategy as well. So let's jump straight on into it. It all starts with marketing, with the marketing strategy, because without ceramic coating leads, you're never going to have any ceramic coating jobs. So our main goal is to get as many ceramic coating leads as possible. And now real quick, how I do that is I pretty much run, obviously med ads with a ceramic coating creative, and those get ran through by a company called LEADFUSE. Now, I worked with many other marketing agencies in the past, but literally none of them compare to LEADFUSE, guys. LEADFUSE is by far the best marketing agency I've ever worked with, and here's the reason why. The reason why is they take marketing so seriously. Majority of other agencies, they just toss up a simple AI creative for you. Yes, it might work to take you from $0 to $10,000 per month, but if you guys actually want to scale to those $30,000 per month, those $50,000 months, you need to take marketing seriously, and you need to have a company or a CMO that's going to take marketing seriously for you. And the reason why LEADFUSE does it so well is because they send me ceramic coating creative scripts. They tell me what to record, they tell me how to record it, and then they toss everything up. But then after they toss everything up, they don't just leave you in the dark. They have constant communication with you. So pretty much I literally have, at LEADFUSE, there's two employees, James and Mike. James pretty much helps me with everything regarding the actual ads, putting them up, the targeting, if you ever need to change something, put up a new creative, all that sort of stuff. Meanwhile, Mike pretty much helps me with everything on the CRM side. I'll jump into the CRM a little bit later in this video, but pretty much the main thing is why LEADFUSE is so good is because they have direct communication with you, and their main goal is to help you make as much money inside of your detailing business, not just small little numbers like 10K per month, 20K per month. They're actually trying to have you hit $50,000 months, $100,000 months. And the reason why it works so well is because they have constant communication. I'm constantly texting James, hey, let's change up the targeting a little bit, all sort of stuff. We'll put up a creative, we'll change it up to make sure that we're constantly producing the best creatives possible and constantly, attracting the best leads possible. That constant communication and that constant changing of the ads, is what helps us get the best leads possible. And now real quick, here, even you guys can see, James pretty much sent me in our marketing Slack channel a weekly performance report. Now, in that weekly performance report, from August 16th to August 22nd, pretty much I had 71,000 impressions. I spent around $1,000 in ad spend, generated around 119 leads, 119 qualified leads too, guys. That's the key, is it wasn't 119 trash leads, it was 119 qualified solid leads that are actually interested in a ceramic coating. Don't get me wrong, there was a couple tire kickers here and there, but overall they were a solid amount of leads. And then real quick too as well, my cost per lead was $8.57. That's absolutely crazy. It sent me in a couple other things that you guys can read. I'm not going to go over it, but overall that shows you the direct communication that they always have with me, and that direct communication helps me get the best marketing possible. And if you have the better marketing you have, the more money you guys are going to make inside your business. And real quick, the offer that I pretty much run in my ceramic coating creative is pretty much 50% off ceramic coatings, and then pretty much the creative consists of a hook, a middle body part which goes over the value of a ceramic coating, the pain points, all sort of stuff, and then boom, the last one is a CTA, so a call to action. Hey, we're running 50% off this week, this month, whatever, yada yada yada. That is how I make a solid creative. And like I said, LEADFUSE sends me over scripts on how to pretty much go forth and make these creatives, making my life 10 times easier. So real quick, we'll jump straight into this. I'm going to show you guys an actual creative that we run inside of the company to pretty much produce as much money as possible. Let's give me 1 second. Let's get some audio. Alrighty.
Drivers, take a look at your car's paint. Dull spots, water stains, and scratches creeping in every day. It's
Boom, right there. That was the hook. That was what got people to stop scrolling and take a look at our video. And now here's the middle part, the value.
Not just, sir, your car's getting destroyed by sun.
Well, this one's less of value. So this one's more of targeting a pain point, you know, making, why do people want to buy? What's their pain? Why do they need a ceramic coating?
We come to you and apply a professional grade ceramic coating that locks in the shine.
And then we get into the value right here.
We're running 50% off this week to fill a few spots we have left. Tap get offer below to claim your free code today.
And that right there was obviously the CTA. And now I have multiple of these creatives. I think over 10 plus right now running. Many different variations. Pretty much James takes a look. He sees, you know, which variations work the best, what don't work. And we continue to create winning creatives every single time because we've tested multiple and we found what works. And then we start making more of what works. But real quick, other than that though too, so important, the ad spend strategy, guys. You must invest into ads. Ads equal your #1 investment for your growth. The more aggressive you are with your ads, the more leads equals the more conversations you'll have on the phone after calling those leads, and then the more conversations you have equals the more closes you'll have, which is essentially just more money on your calendar every single month. But real quick, the main thing that I'm trying to show you guys is be aggressive as possible. If you guys are gonna spend money on anything inside your detailing business, you know, don't spend it on the crazy setup. Even though I have a nice setup, don't spend it on the crazy setups. You know, the bottle isn't gonna make you more money. The drawer isn't gonna make you more money. What's gonna make you more money is putting more money into your ads. So I started at around $50 per day. That might sound like a crazy number to you guys. That is only the bottom of the pyramid, guys. It's literally only the bottom, guys. You guys need to scale up from there and be super aggressive. I know you guys are gonna be spending money. It's a little bit riskier, but overall it's calculated risk because the more money you spend, the more leads you will get. And as long as you're hopping on the phone, you will make more money, guys. Position yourself to make more money inside of your detailing business. And then after that, I pretty much scaled it to $75 a day, $100 per day, $125 per day, $150, $175, and now recently, about 4 or 5 days ago, I just upped my ad spend to $200 per day, which is $6,000 every single month in ad spend, and pretty much almost dropped the freaking pencil. But we pretty much up it to $200. That's $6K in ad spend, guys. That's a lot. It is a lot, but in order to make more money, you need to put more money in, and the #1 thing you should put your money into is your ad spend, guys. And now another thing too that's so important is the LEADFUSE CRM that I use. So essentially LEADFUSE has their own app called the LEADFUSE app. And you know, I can pull it up on my mobile phone. I can pretty much use it on my desktop. And the reason why this is so important is because no matter where my leads come from, you know, my ads, my website, calls, it's all directed in one LEADFUSE app. The CRM is absolutely amazing because everyone is organized in literally one spot, guys. When you have everyone organized, you're able to make more money. You're not able to lose any money because I'm also have a pipeline in the LEADFUSE CRM, which I can pretty much, let me see if it's on here. I don't think I have it on this iPad, or else I would show you guys. I'll toss up some videos inside of this, you know, this YouTube video to pretty much show you guys what the LEADFUSE app is like. But anyways, I'm able to slide people through certain pipelines, ensuring that, you know, if I call them once, and they don't answer, I'll move them to another pipeline that sends them an automation text. I'll call them again if they don't answer, another pipeline until they answer. And if they don't pick up after 5 calls, then I put them in a selection spot called holding and nurturing. If I get on a phone with them, you know, and they're just thinking on it, I'll put them on a thinking on it tab. And what that does is it locks people in certain positions, and then we can pretty much send SMS blasts to those, which I'll jump into here in a sec. But real quick, the main thing I'm trying to tell you is, you know, have a place for all of your leads to go. And what I use is the LEADFUSE app. Absolutely amazing, you know. And what's also so good about this, I'm about to hire a sales rep. The more organized of a CRM you have for sales, the easier it is to onboard a sales rep, you know, because then you just have to teach them the CRM that you use inside your company. Way easier, guys. And real quick too, obviously, you know, like it says on here, all leads flow into LEADFUSE CRM. High touch and multiple follow-ups, guys. This is the key thing. I will hop on the phone sometimes with some leads that won't buy right away, but they'll buy down the line because I nurture them. Once they're in the sales CRM, the sales farm, we're able to consistently nurture them because we have their number, we have their email. And essentially what will happen is I'll call them up. If they're thinking on it, you know, if they're close to it, I'll put them in a follow-up tab. I'll give them a follow-up call, and, you know, I'll call them down the line and pretty much, you know, see like, hey, I just wanted to see if you had any interest still in our ceramic coating, whatever, yada, yada. I tell them about it. And even if they're not interested in it, then I'll simply move them thinking about it. And then down the line, they might purchase because they're going to constantly see us because we're going to send them videos. you know, videos such as this. Let me show you guys this video as well. This is on our Instagram. So pretty much what I went and did on our Instagram is I created, let's see.
On your prized possession,
Just take a look at this real quick.
As well as looking glossy 24/7. Look what we just did to this Nissan GTR. We applied our 5-year ceramic coating, and pretty much the whole process went as followed. We started with a nice decontamination wash. That's a deep cleaning of the wheels, the rims, the tires, the paint, as well.
And you guys can get the general gist here, you know.
Pre-gloss. And once that was done,
I pretty much made a whole entire video walking through our ceramic coating strategy, all this sort of stuff, this new GTR that we ceramic coated. I put it on our Instagram, but also what I do is I make multiple other videos like that gets constantly sent out to people inside of our CRM. So that's what helps, you know, make more closes, and obviously more closes is more money inside your company. That's why sales and marketing are literally at the top of this strategy, guys. Sales and marketing are by far the most important to actually making money inside your detailing business, especially with high ticket ceramic coatings. So, you know, the more you have this stuff dialed in, the more money you're gonna make. And as you guys can see, I think it was $7,000 or $7,200 in one day I sold high ticket ceramic coatings in one single day off of one SMS blast that we ran. And now essentially that SMS blast was, hey, name. It's Vincent from Caruso's Detailing. Quick heads up, our summer special is still up. 50% off ceramic coating, plus free rim and glass for $450 in value. Only 5 spots left. You know, 72 hours. You know, all sort of stuff. Reply this if interested. Reply no if not. And this was so organized inside the LEADFUSE CRM. If someone said yes, I would get pretty much a notification, call them up. But as you guys can see, and it followed them up too. So it sent one text. It sent another one and then another one. Yes, it's gonna annoy some people, yada, 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 but they're gonna forget about it, you know, in literally 5 minutes, guys. So don't worry about annoying some people. Some people are just gonna get annoyed. But as you guys can see, I sent the SMS blast here, and then boom, yes, if it's still available, let's have time to do the BMW 840. I booked him in on a $1,200 coating the other day. But that's pretty much everything there. And then, you know, obviously, so that's the power of SMS blast, all that sort of stuff, you know, the sales integration. So pretty much everything goes from the ads to the CRM to the SMS, the nurturing, the SMS blast or the sales call, and then that leads to the closed sale. And then always note too, you want to, on the sales call, and here's the thing too, this is literally so key. Now, it doesn't matter if you're a master salesman, it doesn't matter if you can sell the guy down the street on a ceramic coating. What really matters is who you're getting on the phone with. So if you focus on your marketing and your nurturing strategy, that's going to help you get more qualified leads on the phone. It's going to make your sales process that much easier. On the sales call, you shouldn't really be selling everyone, you shouldn't try to be take their heart in their lung or whatever the fuck the saying is. You shouldn't be trying to, just try to get them to buy. What you should be trying to do is just simply guide them to the package that they need. And when you get qualified people on the phone, it's just all you have to do is guide them. You don't have to be a hard salesman. All you have to do is simply guide your customer to the package that best fits them, and they will book in with you. So that's why this stuff is also important right here. Focus on your marketing, focus on your nurturing, focus on that sort of stuff, because that's what's going to make you money inside of your detailing business. And that's what's going to get you more qualified leads over the phone. And then pretty much on the phone, it's very simple. You qualify them, make sure that they're in your service area, make sure that they know what ceramic coating is. If they hop on the phone, and they sound sketchy, don't even book them in, guys. You only want qualified people on the schedule, because unqualified people are going to cancel on us. They're not going to leave deposits. They're going to be a mess. So qualify them, target their pain points. Why do they want a ceramic coating? Do they want the gloss? Do they want the protection? Is their vehicle left outdoors? Really figure out why they want the ceramic coating. Maybe if they have fading paint, maybe they'll benefit from the one-step paint correction that's in the ceramic coating. Lay them out with a couple options. We'll go over the options here in a second, and then after that, jump into price, and then pretty much from price, handle any objections, and then get into scheduling, and then pretty much our ideal ICP. Now, what an ICP is, it's your ideal client profile, as you guys can see right here. Ideal client profile, ICP. And pretty much the reason what an ideal client profile is literally think about your exact customer that will buy from you and purchase from you. What do they have? They have newer cars and they have higher end income. This is the ICP that you guys want to be targeting in every single creative, because this is the type of person that's actually going to buy from you and make you money inside your detailing business. And you want to take that person, obviously they're going to produce you a lot of money. They're going to have a lot of lifetime value inside your company, and boom. So that's why we want to target our ICP. And obviously, like I said before, stronger marketing equals easier sales. Your goal is to drive qualified leads to simple conversion. And then pretty much your sales flow is technicians in the field. I got 2 guys in the field, 1 van, while I do the sales call back at home. That's the strategy right now for this right now. 1 van, 2 technicians while I'm back at home, operating sales, and then I have an operations manager, VA, which I made a whole nother video on, which you guys should check out. She pretty much does any of the back end work. She literally created this whole entire Miro board for me. That's how powerful a operations manager is. And then sales tip, like I said, target ideal client profile, newer vehicle owners, higher income. That's who you're going to be trying to sort it through these sales calls. Use a LEADFUSE team to adjust targeting based on audience data. More qualified leads equals more conversions, more conversations. So let me walk you through that again, because this is so important. More qualified leads, or just more leads in general, equals more conversations, and the more conversations you have equals more conversions. So you don't have to be a master salesman. All you have to do is guide people, like I said, and the more conversations you will have. Some days you're going to wake up and you're not going to want to hop on sales. Simply like that. Just hop on the sales. The more conversations you have, the more conversions you will have. Even with weak sales, volume creates closes. And now real quick, now we're going to jump on a little bit more of the nitty and gritty inside of the strategy, the pricing and the packages, guys. So real quick, I have some screenshots right here. So pretty much my packages, I have a 3-year coding, a 5-year coding, as well as a 10-year coding. And essentially this one, I'm going to jump into it in a second. This one's the downsell. This one you don't want to offer them. The first one you want to offer them, you want to give them some options, and also too, if they want to keep their vehicle, if you ask them, in the beginning of the sales, how long are you planning on keeping the vehicle for? You want to sell it as the least. If they're saying, I want to keep it for 5 to 10 years, obviously you want to try a little bit to get them on the 5 and 10, tell them why it'll benefit them, why it'll save them money, all that sort of stuff, yada, yada, yada. But real quick, I have a 3-year coding, a 5-year coding, and then a 10-year ceramic coating. And here's the pricing. You guys can literally just copy it. Obviously, this was the price before. This is the price after 50% off, for coupes, sedans, mid-size SUVs, large trucks. So this is what I have for my 3-year coding. This is what I have for my 5-year coding. And then this is what I have for my 10-year coding. Whatever, screenshot it, steal it, I don't really care. It literally works. So yep, and everything that's included inside is a nice exterior decontamination wash. The wheels and rims will be deep cleaned. We'll do detailing wash and foam bath, bug and tar removal, the clay bar, the whole 9 yards. We'll also include a single stage paint enhancement polish inside these packages. And then after that, we're going to apply the ceramic coating. Now here's the important part. To the exterior paint, the headlights, as well as the taillights. Notice how I don't see rims and glass. And the reason why I don't say rims and glass is because I make everything straightforward to my customers. None of my customers are ever confused. Because also too, after I book them in, they're gonna get sent an approval, and pretty much that approval, they're gonna take a look at it, they're gonna sign off on it before they even hop off the phone. Because at the end of the sales call, they pretty much sign off the approval that gets sent over to them on your able, and then pretty much after that, they pay a deposit. So they're literally seeing exactly in front of them what they're getting. So on the approval, it'll say exterior paint, headlights, as well as the taillights. This way when we get to them in person and we try to upsell them, they're not gonna be like, oh, I thought the rims and glass were included. No, we are straightforward with everything. Guys, be straightforward with everything inside of your company, guys. That is where problems happen with customers. Problems happen with customers when there's no proper communication. When they think that something's gonna get performed when it doesn't. Proper communication is how you have a flawless business. So guys, so proper communication happens through systems like the approval link, all that sort of stuff. But real quick, straight up, we're telling them, paint, headlights, and taillights, no rims and glass, guys. We upsell that. In the pricing strategy, like I said, 3, 5, and 10-year picture one step, and then the 3-year, like I said, without the correction is a downsell. If this stuff is really too much for them, if it's a little too much for them to handle, all that sort of stuff, a little too much for them to deal with, at the time, if they have a brand new vehicle that's fresh off the lot, we always have the 3-year ceramic coating. And now this is their vehicle actually doesn't need paint correction. So if there's a brand new vehicle, all sort of stuff, and they don't want to spend this much money because they don't see the value in a paint correction, then we have the downsell as well. We don't just want to get them off the phone and not service their vehicle. But this downsell is literally a decontamination wash in the application of the coating. It takes your guys no time at all. So it's absolutely perfect, and you guys can see the pricing for that as well here. Now real quick, moving on, what do we got here? Service inclusion. Yep, so the decon wash, the bug and tar removal, the clay bar, the one step, and we apply the ceramic coating to the paints and the lights. And now the upsells, guys. This is the power of the upsells. This is how you make more money with every single job without, closing any more people. Rim coatings normally $400. That comes down to about $200 after the 50% off special. Glass coatings for the windshield. I'll put windshield. That is normally about $200. That comes down to about $100. And upsell during iPad inspection. I'll probably make other videos about it in the future, but one of the systems that I have inside of my company is every single person inside of my company, what they go forth and do, or every single technician inside of my company, they use this iPad, literally this iPad right here that I took from the van, They use this and they walk the customer through. They do an inspection, they do this, they do that. And at the end, they're gonna use the iPad to upsell them because all the options are gonna be right on there. This way it makes it easier for my guys to upsell. Notice how I use a system to make my technician's job easier and more streamlined. That's the power of systems right there. So real quick, I give them 25% commission if they make any upsells whatsoever. And I think that's pretty much everything there. So yeah, that's pretty much simple. That's the package I sell, all that sort of stuff. And then real quick, jumping into the fulfillment strategy. This is very important. This is what's going on in the field with your guys. So the target is 2 to 3 ceramic coating jobs per day with upsells included, you know, around $1,500 per day to $3,000 per day. Like I said before, we got 1 van and 2 technicians. The coatings I use as of right now, I use for the 3-year, I use G-Technic Crystal Serum Light. For the 5 and 10, I use Sun Coat. And this is how the workflow goes of every single job with my guys. Pre-inspection with not job form, but jot form. If you guys want to look it up, I'm going to go over it in the future. My handwriting is absolutely horrible. But real quick, it starts, they pull up with this iPad, like I said, they do the inspection, then they upsell them with it, and then they start with the decontamination wash. They do the bug and tar removal, the clay bar treatment, all that. That's all in the decontamination wash. And then after that too, they're going to do the 1-step polish. We use in our company, we use a Rupes system, so we keep it very simple. We use the blue and yellow compound, and then pretty much we use the blue and yellow pads. We mix and match them, all that sort of stuff, yada yada yada. But that's what we use inside of the company. Keep it very simple. And then after the 1-step, they do the IPA wipe down, and then they apply the ceramic coating with applicator pads that have the plastic backing inside of them from Car Supply's warehouse. This way we're not wasting any coating. Now here's the key, guys. Here's how you fit 2 to 3 of these per day. It's all about that paint correction step. That paint correction step is either gonna, you know, make you do 1 ceramic coating in a day, or it's gonna allow you to do 3 ceramic coatings in a day and have your guys still finish before 5 p.m. You don't want your guys working literally all day. They have lives too, guys. So this is how we're gonna be able to fit 2 to 3 jobs in per day. It's all about the ceramic, not the ceramic coating, the paint correction process. So it's pretty much literally all it is applying more. It's using speed 6 and applying downforce pressure with the polisher. When you go forth and do that, it builds up more friction and heat, creates faster blending inside of the paint, you know, allows for that removal of those, you know, those swirls, and pretty much, you know, enhancing the gloss. Because that's the main thing too, is with the 1-step, we're looking to enhance gloss and make the vehicle look better. We're not trying to remove every single swirl. That's in a $250 2-step upsell. That's what that is. Well, with the 1-step, we're just looking to make the vehicle look as glossy and as solid as possible while removing 60 to 70% worth of swirls. And that's another thing too, guys, is like I said, everything's straightforward. 60 to 70% worth of swirls. We're not having any customer come out and be like, oh my God, why aren't 100% of my swirls gone? You opted in for a 1-step. You signed off on the approval, guys. Everything's straightforward. Everything's communication. The customer will never have the upper hand on me, even though the customer is always right. Now, real quick, boom, 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 rolling through this. So yeah, so real quick, that downforce as well as speed 6, it allows us to move faster with our hand motions. And we also want to use a 6-inch backing plate. This way we can use downforce pressure, put on speed 6, and we can fly through these paint correction, guys. And pretty much we use 2 6-inch polishers, and we have 1 3-inch. So one of my guys has a 5-inch, another one of my guys has a 5-inch, and then pretty much we got that 1 3-inch. And another thing too, it's literally sitting right in front of me because I used it to prop up the camera before, is a pad washer, guys. A pad washer is key. It's going to allow for you to always have clean pads. So pretty much all the pad washer does, it's the one you can find on Amazon, is you pretty much, once it's all dirty, you pretty much are going to go over it, it's going to rinse it off. So pretty much they can use it in between passes as well. So if they do the door, they do the driver's side door, and then the passenger side door, you know, if the pad's going to be really dirty, they can go over the pad washer, clean it, push it on it, spin it so it dries itself, and then you'll have a fresh pad that they can go back to work on the vehicle with. And another key thing too is that's going to make sure that you constantly have nice clean pads. Then you don't have to make your technician go back home and literally use his hands to scrub out the all the pads. Are going to constantly stay clean. But here's the thing too though, is even though, you know, we're going to be using more downforce pressure on speed 6, we're going to be running through a lot of pads and polishers, guys, you know, but it's worth it. If you can fit an extra job on the schedule, you know, per day, that's worth spending a little bit of extra money on a polisher as well as some more pads, guys. It just simply is. You guys are going to run through pads and polishers doing this, but you know, it's worth it. So, you know, the aggressive 1-step process is so key, and this is designed for speed and quality as well, because every single vehicle we does, it comes out looking amazing. You want to focus on fulfillment. Your fulfillment should be number one. With good fulfillment, you guys will make money, guys. And that's where this strategy comes into place. And your whole goal is to make sure that every single one of these pillars, marketing and sales, nurturing them, your packages, as well as your fulfillment, it's all getting done at the same time, and it's all top tier. Because everything's top tier inside your company, you guys will make money. And like I said too, the fulfillment matters so much. Make sure that every single car comes out proper. And if you have a callback, just go back there, bite the bullet, and have your guys go back and fix everything up, because we want to produce the best result for our customer possible. Every single vehicle, we want it looking spotless, we want it looking perfect, and we want to make sure we're not scamming anyone. We don't want to be scamming anyone with ceramic coatings and all that sort of stuff. We want to be the best detailers in town, not only on the business side of things, having the best marketing, the best nurturing system, but we also want to have the best fulfillment. We want to be an all around the best detailing company in our area, guys. It's a whole entire point. And I think that's pretty much everything, though. It's simple. When you really break it down, it's simple. And these key things that I went over today could be the key levers to actually help you guys make $30,000 plus inside your detailing business. Like I said, it all comes down to your marketing and your sales. That's the most important. That's at the top. I'm literally drawing so much on this. It's crazy, but whatever. Boom, boom. Yep. And then real quick, pricing and packages, fulfillment, guys. It's simple. It really is. It's simple. It's easy. It took me a little bit to figure it out, working with certain mentors, working with certain people, watching multiple business YouTube videos, but overall it works. It really does. It works really, really well too. So I hope you guys can take this. I hope you guys can implement it. And I hope you guys can see tons of success inside your detailing business. If you guys have any questions regarding this strategy, make sure you guys follow me on my Instagram, VincentCaruso_. DM me if you guys really need anything. And also too, I'll probably be constantly posting stories. And if you guys are constantly watching my stories, you guys can see, constantly on a day-to-day how I run my detailing business. As of right now, it's fairly simple. I'm just at home, doing the boring stuff, just hopping on sales 24/7, which is actually horrible, but whatever. It has to get done to make more money. But hopefully once I get a shop, next month, 2 months, 3 months, whenever it is, because it's so hard to find a shop inside of New Jersey, then I'll be able to actually show you guys around the shop 24/7. I'll show you guys on my morning team meetings with my sales or my operations manager, and I'll break down everything on the Instagram. This way you guys are constantly obtaining value. My main goal is to make you guys obtain business knowledge to actually go ahead and grow and scale your detailing business. You guys aren't here to, learn how to wash a car better. You guys are watching this video because you guys want to make more money inside of your detailing business, and you guys want to actually grow it to the moon and be the best detailing company in your area. So that's why I'm not making no stupid videos. Yeah, I have a couple videos, I have a one lifestyle video as of right now. I might post some more lifestyle videos just to show you guys, what you guys can actually achieve with a detailing business. But the majority of my content is going to be value-based content to actually give you guys knowledge on how to scale and make more money inside your detailing business. Because that's what I love. I love the business side of the detailing business. Yes, I love the actual detailing side too. I love the fast cars. I love my nice van. I'm probably going to love my nice shop that I'm about to build out. But other than that though, it's all about the business side, guys. Focus on the entrepreneur side and you guys' business will grow. Hope you guys obtained a lot of knowledge from this video. Hope you guys have a good one. Peace.